Welcome in to NESN Bets Kickoff here in the PNC studio. Travis Thomas joined by the legend, Claudia Bellofatto. Of course, Claudia had a birthday yesterday. So first things first, before we get into the football games, tell me how your birthday was, Claudes.
It was great. I got to see my cousin get married, which was cool. And at first, I was kind of like, come on, man, you got to get married on my birthday. But then I realized I was surrounded by family and friends, so it couldn't have been better.
Warms my heart, Claudia. You know what else warms my heart? Football is back. Come on. Now, we have seen some line movement here. Eagles now favored by 3.5 over the Patriots. So let's talk about it. That total, by the way, 44.5. Break this game down for us.
Yeah, so this game opened for, as we said throughout the week on Ultimate Betting Show, that number moved to 4 pretty much across the board. That late money coming in on the Eagles now 3.5 across. So the market has caught up with what I've been saying all week long, and that I think the Eagles could win by more than a touchdown here. Now, one angle you could take it at is if you think Patriots cover the full game. If you had that 4, if you can still find a 4 out there, I don't know if you can, cut the game in half. I think the Eagles are going to get out to a quicker start just because, yes, Patriots might be the better team, might be a better team this season, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time for us to see that. So Eagles first half, all you got to lay is 2.5, Trav. That's an angle you can take as well.
Okay, so listen, as you know, I'm taking the Patriots and the points. And here's my theory.
Yep.
I actually think this is a tough matchup for the Eagles. I hear what you're saying. It's hard for me to stand here and say that the Patriots are a better team than the team that came up as a runner-up in the Super Bowl last season. And had it not been for a Jalen Hurts mistake, maybe would have won the Super Bowl. But I'll say this. I still think as Jalen Hurts continues to develop, he has to get better where? In the pocket. So Bill Belichick and this Patriots defense is going to scheme it to where that's the only way in which Jalen Hurts can be successful in this game. I do not believe he will be running roughshod all over the Patriots defense. I actually think he's going to have to stand in the pocket, Claudia, and deliver the football accurately. By the way, maybe third, fourth, fifth options. I don't necessarily think he's just going to play jump ball with A.J. Brown, and we'll get into player props in a minute here. But because of that stylistic matchup, I think the Patriots defense can have some success against this Eagles offense. So I am leaning here 44.5, as I told you on the total. I'm leaning under, but because of that style in which I just described, I actually think the Patriots can cover the 3.5 or the 4, depending where you shop.
Yeah, and I think if you like the Patriots, you like the under, and not just you. I think anybody who likes the Patriots in this game, maybe if you don't want to take them with the points, betting the under might be a safer play because you're right. If they do stay in this thing, if they do cover, if they win, it's going to be with that slow run the ball defense type of game.
All right, let's talk player props, shall we? We got a question from Nate. Nate asked, what's your favorite prop bet for Patriots Eagles? Ladies first, give it to me.
So I will say too, props are tough week 1. Props are tough week 2, week 3 when you're still trying to figure out what target share looks like for certain teams. I think that definitely holds true for this Patriots squad. Juju Smith-Schuster, I think, is going to be a great addition, but is Mac going to be able to find him? Is that chemistry going to be there? So I'd probably stay away from any.
What?
Hunter Henry, I do like. I would stay away from the receivers on the Patriots side. I'll get to A.J. Brown in a second, but Hunter Henry, tight end, I actually like his prop more than any of the receivers. That line's at 29.5 because check down city, Trav. You're worried about Jalen Hurts throwing the ball. I'm worried about Mac Jones throwing the ball. So just those quick, easy passes to Hunter Henry, I think he's going to be sort of a safety blanket for him. He averaged almost 30 a game last season, and he had 2 goose egg games. So I think this is a safe number for him. I would go over 29.5. And then Zeke Elliott anytime touchdown. We talked about on the Ultimate Betting Show, and I know they asked for what my favorite bet is.
Yeah.
But I would say Zeke Elliott anytime touchdown just feels like a given. 12 touchdowns last season. That was splitting carries with Tony Pollard. We talked about him being that goal line guy. So those are probably 2 of my favorite.
Hey, Zeke Elliott, by the way, plus 285. Anytime touchdown for him.
Good
so
price.
I love the value there. All right, look, here's mine. Ramondre Stevenson. I'm just saying his name because anything you bet there is what I like. This is what I'm looking at in front of me, 55 and a half rushing yards. I'm going over that. 19 and a half receiving yards. Claudia, I'm going over that as well, and you just said it. Check down city. Okay, I live there. I reside there. I think we're going to see check down city from Mac Jones, and I'm fine with that. What I don't want to see is Mac dropping back 50 times, throwing it all over the place like we did last season with, a moron calling the plays. I think Bill O'Brien in there, he's going to run the ball with both of these backs. We know that. And he's going to ask Mac, just keep drives going. Don't turn the ball over. Don't make costly mistakes. Because of that, I would go over on the receiving yards for Ramondre as well because of the checkdowns. And obviously, I think he presents more of a threat catching the ball out of the backfield than even Zeke does. Zeke, I'm looking at, and it sounds like we're on the same page, Claudia. Zeke, I'm looking at anytime touchdown because once you get in the red zone, once you get goal line, Zeke will eat, right?
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I love that number two on Zeke, and I think it's probably going to come down. So not that, just play it this week because the number is right, but I think the market's definitely going to catch up as we see him have success in the red zone as the season goes on.
All right, let's talk Eagles player props. You mentioned A.J. Brown. Talk about him and anyone else you like on that side of it.
Yeah, and I have Ayuk on my bench, and he's absolutely balling out. So, A.J. Brown, I have you starting. You better go off. That's fantasy talk, obviously, but the number on him is 67 and a half for receiving yards, and I like that. Again, I think it's a safe number. And I started this thought, but I didn't really finish it earlier. Week one is tough for sides, target share, all of that. And also these high totals, I would stay away from. A.J. Brown, I do feel okay with. He averaged 88 a game last season, top 10 in targets. He cashed this number, 67 and a half, in the first 4 weeks. So he didn't start slow last season, and I'm just hoping that he doesn't start slow in this spot either.
All right, well, here's a bonus play because I'm actually staying away from the Eagles here, but I'm going Dallas Goedert. I'm going off the board here a little bit. 40 and a half receiving yards for him. I'm going over because I actually think Brown and some of these other weapons that Jalen wants to go to early and often are going to be shut down. Click, click, locked up. Sorry for your fantasy team, Claudes, but I think Goddard could have a big game because Hurts is going to have to go to that third and fourth read. And we'll see if he's going to do that. That's part of his evolution. By the way, 4 more games in that 4 o'clock slate. Let's get to them. Packers, Bears. I'm interested to get your thoughts here. Bears favored by 1, 1.5, depending where you shop. I'm all over it. It's one of my favorite plays of the entire NFL Sunday. I think the Bears win this game. I laid the 1. I think they handle their business. And I actually think because they're at home, Claudia, and because it's always a tough game in this rivalry, I think it will come down to the end of which quarterback will make the play. Jordan Love, Justin Fields, and I'm rolling with Fields here.
Talk about being able to throw the football in the pocket. That is something I do not trust Justin Fields to do. I don't really know if I trust Jordan Love either. So the only way I would tackle this game would just be to put the Packers in a 6-point teaser, get them up to 7 if you can find another spot. The earlier games were better for the 6-point teasers to get through those key numbers of 3 and 7, but Packers, you are getting through those, the 3 up to the 7. So if you can find another team, that's probably the only spot I would put them with, just because I don't really trust either side. And I'm not buying into this Justin Fields hype with the Bears yet. And I need to see their defense be a lot better than last season before I put money on them.
Fair point on Fields. This is all I'll say. As you know, I'm a college football junkie, right? And I watched this dude at Ohio State, Claudia, with 5-star recruits on the outside, with 5-star guys in front of him, the big hog mollies blocking for him. When he had time, when he had weapons, he could pick you apart. I'm not saying it's Ohio State there with the Bears. What I am saying is I think they've done a good job building around him. He has a little more weapons now, so we'll see. Raiders, Broncos. Broncos favored by 3.5. Sean Payton's there now, Claudia. Total in that game's 44. Where are you going?
Is Sean Payton there? Yes, the Sean Payton effect. That is why we're seeing the Broncos lay the points. Of course, they're at home, which does have an effect too. But I'm so sick of hearing that Sean Payton's going to come in and just automatically fix this team, and the Broncos are automatically going to be better, and Russell is going to look like the old Russell. Like, I, again, need to see that before I believe that.
Right.
And the Raiders still have the weapons. Jimmy G is healthy as of right now. So one of
Yep.
my favorite bets would be to take the points. You can find a 4 out there. Give me 4 with the Raiders.
Wow. I'm going over here. That's why I mentioned the total 44. Jimmy G is healthy for now. Knock on wood. We'll see how long that lasts. Sean Payton's there, as you said. I have since broken up with Russell Wilson. We are no longer compadres. I bet on Russell Wilson for years, okay? Going all the way back. And I just can't do it anymore after last season. And I still won't do it here by laying the points. What I will do is give him the benefit of the doubt with Sean Payton that he can put something up on the scoreboard. So I'll go over 44. All right, here's your team. Dolphins taking on the Chargers. Chargers favored by 3. Another high total here, 44.5. I've seen it higher at some spots. Where are you going in this game?
Yeah, throughout the week, I said the over was probably the play for me. But with seeing how a lot of these games that were expected to be higher scoring started off slow, I'm a little hesitant to play that over. So no money on this game for me. And it's like an internal struggle because I love Justin Herbert. I also have him as my fantasy quarterback. I love this Miami team. I love, Sammy is so high on McDaniel. I am too. But I just think I'm very torn, Trav.
Yeah.
I lean Miami because I think that they're going to have things clicking maybe a little earlier than the Chargers might.
Okay.
And also coaching, I think, I don't know if it's Sammy in my ear, but I don't trust the Chargers coaching staff as much, and I don't think you do either.
I don't. They stink. I'm on the over in the game. I think it's going to be points all over the place. And then this one really quickly because we both have to have the same play here. Rams, Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 5. You're laying the points, right?
Yes, I'll lay anything against this Rams team because I don't think they're going to have anything working for them, especially not in week 1.
There it is. NESN Bets Kickoff. By the way, can't stop, won't stop. We're back at 7 p.m. to break down the Sunday Nighter tonight. Cowboys and Giants. Claudia Bellofatto, Travis Thomas. Enjoy your NFL Sunday. We'll see you soon.